I'm your host, Alachi Regina. Today, I have a special guest of honor with me, who I'll be introducing soon enough. So, if you're joining us for the first time today, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and click on the notification bell below to get beautiful content from us. Messengers of Peace TV offers different content across entertainment, news, and whatever it is you're looking for as a Nigerian. And what we do basically as Messengers of Peace Foundation, we started with the responsibility of promoting peace across Nigeria, abroad, and even to our brothers and sisters in diaspora. We have Messengers of Peace Kids, we have the 8 Queens of Peace. We are also the conveners of the prestigious National Peace Award held every year, and we have different awardees cutting across politics, entertainment, and what. So today, to share with us his insights on peace, is someone you all would love to meet. He is not only the global coordinator of UN Rescue Services, he is also a philanthropist, a very important personality, a Nigerian or a nation builder, as you like to put it. I have the honor of introducing the Global Chairman, UN Rescue Services, Amb.Steve Midalah. Having us, it's a pleasure being here.
Pleasure.
Personally, and that's from what Google could offer. And they are really actually very interesting facts. And then I discover you're someone who is philanthropic. You have the desires of helping your people. Building nation is what you basically do from everything I saw in your bio and all. So I'm sure a lot of Nigerians out there will be wondering who is Amb.Steve Midalah. So can you please tell us who Amb.Steve Midalah is?
Thank you. Like you rightly said, my name is Amb.Steve Midalah. From a humble background, born into the family of Amb. Midalah and Christina Midalah. They are my parents. I am their first child, and I hail from Burkina in Adamawa State, Gombe local government precisely. And my father was in the military. I was born in Kaduna, brought up all over Nigeria. So I'm a cosmopolitan Nigerian. I started my primary school in Aba, and then most of the schools I attended in the southeast, I was the only person from northern Nigeria. And then I grew up with this passion of serving God and humanity. Actually, me, I don't have a religion. My religion is just humanity, and humanity and humanity.
That's really impressive. Yes. From what I see, you're someone who is not gender biased. You're not ethnocentric. You don't care about religion or who you are. Like you made a very interesting statement. You said your religion is what? Humanity. That's a very impressive one. So sir, growing up and all, like what was really your drive? Like what was your passion? You made mention of you schooling in Aba. I think that's in Abia State, right?
Yes.
Wow. So that means you must be fluent in the Igbo language then.
Well, our parents didn't allow us to speak the Igbo fluently. Basically, English was every parent wants his children with his child to excel in academics, so they didn't allow me to learn. But actually, I have Igbo friends. Most of my best friends around the world are Igbos.
Wow.
So, but I don't speak fluently. But you don't use Igbo language to abuse me.
That's a really nice one. So, what made you? At what point did you realize that you had to actually put the interest of people before you?
Well, I thank God. I trained as a system analyst, an engineer, a computer engineer, and actually, right from, like I said, from childhood, I discovered that the only time I derive joy is when I help somebody out of something, and then it's out of a hard situation. Sometimes I will see my friends, maybe with their wristwatch bad, and I will take the responsibility of repairing it for them. And then sometimes I will find people in a place of injustice, and I want to be the one to deliver justice to them.
Definitely.
Sometimes I will see people hungry, and I want to make sure that I'm the one that fill that gap to get their stomach filled. Sometimes I see people in a health situation, I want to be the one that deliver them out of the health situation. So actually, I was opportune after school to work with different companies, organizations, including the Nigerian Navy as a civilian staff.
Wow.
And the turning point for me actually was in 2006-7 in Abuja here, when my house was demolished along Airport Road during the Obasanjo Wahala,
oh my God.
Erufai and Co. So my house was being demolished, and I was the one taking care of other people, paying their house rent and so on. Then along the line I had a deadly accident. Before then I used to think life is just enjoyment, you and your family, you just go out, have fun and so on. Then in that accident, I still have fractures on my hand, and then in the course of going around looking for medication, I came across little children, 5, 6 years, who fell off a tree and then they had their hand amputated because their parents didn't have like 50,000, 80,000 naira for surgery, and I was like, what? Then for my sick bed, actually I never knew that I could drive again, because along airport where I was with my family, I remember then stocks was doing very well, and I asked my stockbroker to sell my stocks, and then within a week or 2-3 weeks I was able to put up a house, and then they called me to come and inspect that house, and then in the process of moving into the house, we went to clean the house. On our way back, we had this deadly accident, and my other child, 7 years, was with me. All his face was battered with glass, but by the grace of God, we survived that. So from my sick bed, I told my God that if you deliver me out of this situation, I'm going to serve you, not as a pastor or as an imam, but I will make sure that that situation I found myself, anybody I come across, I will never allow them to wallow in it. So I think that's the turning point for me, and since then I started reaching out. Sometimes I go to hospitals, I donate my blood, and people in the hospital will be surprised that they didn't ask for anybody to come forward to donate blood. Why is this person here? I say, I'm here to donate. So every quarter I was in various hospitals to donate my blood. Then time came, I had to take it to another level. Whatever I have, I go to hospitals and then pay some bills for people and the rest of them. And then I aligned with my international friends, and before you know it, where I am today, by the grace of God, the only black man on the executive board of the United Nations Economic and Social Council. I didn't get there by my education, because I'm more educated than anybody, or because I'm more wealthy than anybody. Just the grace of God. So then today, by the grace of God, I was able to develop. I was appointed the International Director for Development of Africa and Foreign Affairs under United Nations Economic and Social Council. And based on my security and the cyber background, last year I was also appointed as the International Chairman for Security and Intelligence for the same United Nations Economic and Social Council. And by the grace of God, by providence, I found myself as the Global Chairman for UN Rescue Services, which is also an arm of the UN ECOSOC.
So that's really a big deal. And then, for a man of your stature, you have a lot of commitments and responsibilities. And then, how are you able to manage both the family and everything together at once?
Well, I thank God. Like I said, I worked with the military, and it has been disciplined all through. So I'm a disciplined child, right? I'm fathered by a soldier. And so my mother is actually the soldier, while my father wears the khaki. So my mother was also a disciplinarian. And working with the military, you just have to be up and doing. By 7 o'clock, you must be off, and then you attend to your things. So all my life, I was trained to work under pressure. So today, it has become a lifestyle to me. I hardly sleep 3, 4, 5 hours. 2, 3 hours is enough for me. 5, 6 hours is enough for me. And then each time I wake up, I try to find out what can I do today to help somebody out of a situation. So for me, that has been the joy, and then the passion is just humanity.
Thank you so much, sir. So how can you describe the Nigeria of your growing days and then the Nigeria of now?
Wow.
Yes.
I think Nigeria of my growing days, I think we have made appreciable progress. Nigeria has made progress, Nigeria has developed, and we thank God that I can say some of the villages have become towns, some of the towns have become cities, but human capacity, I think, is lacking. Corruption has eaten deep into our system that today, some of the things you could achieve in Nigeria, just by knowing somebody today, you have to put your hand deep into your pocket and bring out some money. So that is actually the the annoying part of it. But we thank God, leaders come and go, and then bad agreements can't pay, and we are making progress.
Definitely.
Yes.
So, sir, in all your capacity and offices,
Yes.
how can you say you have contributed to peace development?
Wow. Well, under the UN ECOSOC and the UN Rescue, where I am the global chairman, what we try to do is to encourage peace building across the globe. And the United Nations was actually initiated and established in 1945 to broker peace among warring factions globally. It was after the Second World War that the UN...
They replaced the League of Nations.
Now, what we try to do is actually to build peace in communities, in towns, in cities, in nations across the globe. So it's actually one of our factors, because it's only during peaceful situations that you can achieve development. So without peace, nothing can actually be achieved. So we encourage peace, and peace all through. And incidentally for me, we have this initiative called UN International Noble Ambassadors. And our noble ambassadors are across the world, people who have dedicated their knowledge, time, and resources for the sake of humanity. And our motto says, service to God and humanity.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
So we intend to build peace across board, and for us, all our ambassadors could be delegated to either a community, a city, or a nation to broker peace. All our ambassadors, that is their mandate. And so we have annually a seminar that we call them, and then we train them and then empower them to actually go about making peace. Now, peace is reciprocal. There is no peace without war.
Yes, definitely.
Sometimes you have to go to war to broker peace, but it's better to avoid the war, because when you throw stones into the market, you don't know, it might hit your mother. So we actually encourage our people to actually build peace. In fact, last 2 weeks we were supposed to have a program in International Conference Center here in Abuja, but unfortunately our people from the UN office did not get the clearance from the UN Secretary General in good time. So we had to cancel it, coupled with our brothers, Muslim brothers fasting and so on. So we still hold it. That program is supposed to be an international peace summit for Nigeria.
Wow.
Being in Nigeria, and even though I live in Stockholm, Sweden for a couple of years now, I couldn't remain there and then say that
the people are suffering.
I can eradicate hunger and poverty here for my people. And so I decided to come back home and then pioneer this our project myself. So I personally told my ambassadors and board of trustee members that this program, the International Peace Summit for Nigeria, if I have my way, we have already invited the Afenifere, the Arewa Consultative Forum, and the Ohanes Ndigo. But for me, those are political pressure groups. If I had my way, I would like to invite people in diverse across the country have their own grievances. If I have my way, I want to invite the OPC. I want to invite the IPOP. In fact, even the Boko Haram.
Wow.
Because everybody should be given a platform to air whatever is their grievance across the board, so that we can have a platform to discuss these things. Somebody asked me a question that how do you invite Boko Haram? And I was like, are you joking? On last Christmas Eve, my hometown Garkida was attacked. That was the third in the year 2020. And how did they tell us that, how did they announce it to us? So many people were abducted in my hometown and they were killed before the cameras. And these people the insurgents sent the videos on social media. So we could also invite them through the social media, and they can delegate whoever they think can represent them fully to come and participate in the peace summit. So I think by the time we allow people from all sections of our nation to come and air their views and bring forward, place their grievances on the table so that we can address them properly, I think that's the only time we can achieve lasting peace for this country.
Thank you very much, sir. So recently, like you said, you're not far-fetched from everything with the whole rate of insecurity and all. What can you actually tell the government of the nation? Like, what probable solutions can you give to them as regards, let's say, coping insecurities and all?
Well, we are not here to compete with government. We are here to just support government in what they are doing.
Yes, sir.
So as UN ECOSOC, UN Rescue, for instance, we identified various areas where our country have challenges. In the area of shelter, for instance, I'm aware that my country has deficit in housing, minimum 22 to 25 million housing. So what we did on our own, without government interference, without even collaboration from them, without even asking them to donate 1 naira to us, we initiated a project to deliver at least 10,000 housing units across each of the 6 geopolitical zones.
Wow.
Where we are at that, we discovered that the other government agencies approached us to say that they also want us to help them provide housing for their people. And we now said, okay, let's escalate this project. Today our project has been escalated to provide 10,000 housing units across each of the 36 states of the federation, including FCT.
For free?
Well, not for free, but affordable.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, the houses are meant for people who have lost hope of owning houses of their own. We are now saying people should be able to come forward, contribute maybe minimum 500 naira per day, maximum 1,000, and then they will open an account in a dedicated mortgage bank. Actually, we intend to float our own, and then after building the houses, we hand over the houses for them based on their contribution. By the time your contribution gets to like minimum 300,000, 500,000 to maximum 1 million, depending on the type of house you want, we hand over the key to you and say move into your house and pay over a minimum period of 30, 50 years interest free.
Wow.
Yes. There was a time I attended a public lecture at NTA, and I got to understand that NTA has something called NTA Property Development Company Limited, and they have houses on ground which even their staff could not afford. In that program we had all the big developers, the IFAB estates of this world, the agencies giving out loans for housing, Aso Savings and Loan, and others were there. But by the time we finished presenting our presentation, even from NTA we have list of off-takers, not less than hundreds of them.
How can people, interested Nigerians in these housing projects, how can they actually get access to it?
Well, like we said, we create a platform for them, both as both civil servants and private people. General public, all Nigerians are entitled to own a home in our project. So what you need to do as an individual is you can come forward and then subscribe for it, whether online. You can indicate interest. All you need to do is obtain our form, fill the form. You don't need to give us any money. As a Nigerian, we are expecting you to just go to our dedicated or assigned mortgage bank, open an account there for 0 naira, and then you can be saving minimum 500 naira per day, maximum 1,000. So at the end of the month, you have between 15 to 30,000 to say, I have this amount, I want to save it towards home ownership in your project. So by the time your contribution gets to like 300,000, maximum 500 or 1 million, depending on the house type you want, whether 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, or 3 bedroom, we'll allocate it to you, and we'll say you can move into your house with just that little contribution. And that is how people who have been receiving salary for the past 5 years, 10 years, even 15 years, and have never seen 1 million cash in their account can own homes.
Wow,
so we are actually the one paying for the house on your behalf. We are building it and paying for you, and then your contribution is like a kind of home owner occupier kind of scheme.
Wow, that's really impressive. So, sir, what can you actually advise Nigerians on? Because the way the whole insecurity stuff is going, some people can leave home today and tomorrow they won't return.
There's no guarantee.
Yes, there's no guarantee of coming back.
Yes.
And then recently some kids were kidnapped, and then I can imagine the plight of widows who were there and then not even having enough money to feed, let's say 3 square meals a day, and then they have to pay ransom.
Yes. That's why you see, like I said, we need to give people the opportunity to come forward and air their grievances. What is bringing this insurgency, this kidnapping, and then different kinds of attacks on your friends and neighbors and so on is because of some people who claim they don't have jobs. Some people who claim actually the slang Boko Haram for us in the north means education is a taboo. It's only an illiterate that will claim that education is a taboo, because you and I know that we were here on this platform because we are educated.
Yes.
If we didn't go to school, we will not be seated here.
Definitely.
Because I can't understand what you are asking, and then I can't understand how to answer you. But because we went to school, even if it's just secondary school, somebody goes. Today, I have my little children who are just even in primary school, and they can read and write, and they can speak. And so for us, education is the massive thing that we need to educate our people, because when the insurgents go to towns and villages, they abduct people, they conscript some people and force them to join them, and they brainwash them. And some of them have never seen, even you'll be surprised that some people are adults and they've never seen 50,000 of their own in their lifetime. So by the time you bring 150,000, 150,000, 500,000 and give to them, or max 1 million, they believe they are not billionaires. And then these are people that they don't even know what to do with the money. What they know how to do from childhood is to smoke Indian hemp and the rest of them. So now you have just empowered them to go and buy more of those stuff, and they start naming people because they have been brainwashed that education is a taboo. You and I, when they see you driving a flashy car, they believe that you have already drained the national cake. It's very unfortunate that this is the situation we found ourselves. So education, and more education is actually the way forward for us, and that's why we initiated, apart from the 1 million classroom project, to enable us to build new schools, renovate existing schools, both for public and private schools at random. We are also ready to also sponsor enlightenment programs, peace programs. For instance, this football up here was donated by Algon. They came here and they presented their case, and we decided, okay, let's use football as a means of unity to bring peace across board for all the 774 local governments, and that's what we're doing.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. It was an honor, like a rare privilege having you today.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we had the rare privilege of interviewing the Global Chairman, United Nations Rescue Services, Amb.Steve Midalah, and from all his contributions and insights he shared with us today, it is something that is really, really great. And there's a message for everyone to take home, both government, parastatals, and even us as citizens. Thank you very much for watching today.